It is not an error that has creeped into the system, because this type of error cannot creep in, even by a malware. So this is a scam done intentionally. Voters from Haryana going to West Bengal. How is it possible? How is it possible that the voter from Haryana has gone to get registered in the voter list of Bengal? It is not possible at all, in any manner. Even by any dint of imagination, it cannot happen. If it is happening and the ECI is not bothering, ECI is just trying to brush aside the matter or put it under the carpet. The garbage is being put under the carpet. It is a garbage. I say it is a garbage. But it is put under the carpet just by these words. So we should have in our mind why this issue, why did this issue creep up in our mind? You see in Haryana, at night, on 7th of night, at 6:45 p.m., ECI hikes the votes by 2.24, something like that. By that, I have calculated, I have prepared a table. 26 seats are won, extra seats are won only by this manipulation. Wherever they have hiked the votes, I will come to know what is the role of this epic in that, whatever I am saying. Wherever they have been able to hike the votes, or they have hiked, able or knowingly or unknowingly, by omission or by commission, the results are in favor of BJP. Wherever they have not done it, they are against the NDA or BJP.
Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. Trinamool Congress has alleged just about 4 or 5 days ago that the Election Commission of India was allowing voter fraud in West Bengal, where elections are due next year. And they claimed that the non-residents were being brought from other states to cast votes using identical epic numbers, epic as in the electors' photo identity card numbers. And during a press conference last week, Trinamool Congress Rajya Sabha MP Derek O'Brien called it an epic scam and said that the issue was first exposed by party chairperson Mamta Banerjee. And what he actually said was that the voters will not be allowed to vote and their votes will be cast by people with identical epic numbers. And these people will be sneaked in from other states. He also said that the Election Commission made an error. They admitted an error, but they had not accepted it. In fact, they challenged the Election Commission to clean up the electoral roll numbers within 100 days, or else they'll keep on exposing the Election Commission with some documents or the other. Then Sagrika Ghosh and Saket Gokhale and several other leaders from Trinamool Congress, they came out with the Election Commission's handbook, which said that they cannot have identical epic numbers. But here, the story is a little different. So we'll try and understand as to what this epic scam is. Is it really a scam? Can the non-resident voters be brought in, can be sneaked into other states like West Bengal? And has this become a universal pattern? Joining us this evening is Dr. Pyare Lal Garg, who is an academician and also the election data scientist, I call him. Thank you so much, Dr. Garg, for joining on HW. And it's always a pleasure having you on the program, especially on topics like these. I would really like to understand from you, what is this epic scam? Is it really a scam? What we call epic, that is the elector's photo identity card.
Thank you, Nilu. First of all, I must say, and have no hesitation in saying, that it is a scam. Why? It is very easy to make a statement, a sweeping statement, that it is a scam. So we should have some reason behind it. When I find the reason, it is a specific, individualized number allotted to each voter in the country by the Election Commission of India. Because under Constitution of India, it is the duty of the Election Commission, it is the right of the ECI, Election Commission of India, to prepare the voter list, electoral list, and to make it public. So whosoever he gets the help, whosoever employees are involved, is not our concern. Our concern is ECI. Now, because it is a unique number. Just like a unique number, I have my PPO, pension payment order. Now, that pension payment order also has this type of alphanumerical numbers, because alphanumerical numbers indicate alphabets, indicate some state, some district, some location, some physical location, and similarly the numbers. And this is a system all over the world and even in India, and the unique number cannot be intermingled with the other. Here it is being done. It is not only that I say, it is the data of the Election Commission, it is the dictum of the Election Commission, the instructions of the Election Commission, the claims of the ECI that the epoch number is a unique identity number of each elector individually. Now, if the two epoch numbers mingle up, I can understand, say, 0.0001% some error may have occurred. It may be a typographical error, it may be a human error. But if it is continuously happening, it is happening at a larger scale, it is happening with certain particular states, and the numbers are transported from one state to the other state, and the states have a different character, political power. So when we see the political power structure, the continuity of the transfer of the epoch number from one state to the other, and from one city to the other city, it means it is not a typographical mistake. It is not a human error. It is not an error that has creeped into the system, because this type of error cannot creep in, even by a malware. So this is a scam done intentionally. Now, only to explain it, they are trying to say no, two states, the numbers can differ. The vehicles number, the numbers of so many other things do not. So here, that way the account number should also be mixed up. We have so many banks are there, so many accounts, much more than the voter number. Still, they don't mix up. So it is not. We can transfer. I can transfer my money from here to anywhere straight away, and there is no mixing up. There is no problem that way, unless until there is a glitch in the net system. So it is an intentional one. Whatever the Trinamool Congress is saying, I listened to him. He said, I give credit because they have at least partially accepted it. It is only an alibi by the ECI to say, yes, it can happen. I have been the registrar of a medical university where the entrance test and everything has been happening. I have been the dean of the medical faculty of Punjab University. Now, I cannot say that there can be same candidate will have two different candidates will have same roll number, or same candidate will have two different roll numbers. It is a unique number.
Right.
So the unique number cannot be. Okay, on typography somewhere some error can creep in. But if it is a continuously, if hundreds of students are getting the same marks, there is a scam. So here in EPIC, I say electronic photo identity card. It is a scam. How do I say? I have got the copies which even other channels have shown and all that. So many voters from Haryana going to West Bengal. How is it possible? How is it possible that the voter from Haryana has gone to get registered in the voter list of Bengal? It is not possible at all in any manner. Even by any dint of imagination, it cannot happen. If it is happening, and the ECI is not bothering, ECI is just trying to brush aside the matter or put it under the carpet. The garbage is being put under the carpet. It is a garbage. I say it is a garbage, but it is put under the carpet just by these words. Now, when I see this cannot happen, there are other reasons also. Why do I say that it cannot happen without connivance? The ECI went into the ECI never objected that we have a lot of work. We cannot do it that every 3 months we register the electors. And this will unnecessarily increase our work. How will we regulate it?
No, but what I
Rather,
want to
we,
understand from you, Dr. Garg, is that if they are transporting these numbers from one state to
yes,
the other, and if they
yes,
cannot do it with a malware, as you have said, so are they
yes,
doing it physically? Are they doing it online? Is there a way to detect this scam? And you called it out a scam in clear terms. So how
yes.
does one detect this scam? That's an important thing. And what can the political parties do to ensure that this doesn't get replicated in other states?
Now, they have already. First thing is, I will explain how do they expose it, but they have already exposed. Trinamool Congress has done lot of labor. I will say I must congratulate them on this also. They have done it. They have exposed it. Now, how do we expose it? Say it is not Trinamool Congress. Say I'm sitting in Chandigarh. I'm sitting in Punjab. Say Haryana. Say UP or Uttarakhand or Himachal or say down south, Tamil Nadu. If we want to see, one is the epic number is there, the voter's name, sex, address, age. Now there is some candidate whose name is same, age is same. How is it possible? It is not possible that way. Everything cannot happen. Why do I say? When we see that there can be a tie after three, uh, you can say segregation. Tie does not occur. One is we say the age, the marks in a particular subject. Then we say the marks, total marks in a examination. Then we say the age. Till today, lakhs of students I have crossed through for these who have the equal marks in the examination, entrance test, how to serialize them in the merit list who have the same marks. Somebody has to come up and down. So I have never found this type of thing. So this is a practical experience also. This is a theoretical experience also that there are certain probabilities. In statistics, we say there are probabilities. No, these things cannot happen with the probabilities also. How to detect it? Now the question is because it is a unique number. Now you give the same number. First, you should we always being a medical student. I always teach my students the things which you do not have in your mind, your eyes cannot see, your ears cannot listen, your nose cannot smell, your tongue cannot taste, your skin cannot feel. So we should have in our mind why this issue, why did this issue creep up in our mind? You see in Haryana at night on 7th of night at 6:45 p.m. ECI increases, hikes the votes by 2.24 something like that. By that, I have calculated, I have prepared a table. 26 seats are won, extra seats are won by only by this manipulation. 12 hours before the counting. 26 seats extra, 24 to BJP, 2 to Inado. Have gone. Then I analyze the results of Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, when I say this is increasing, then I analyze the results of Delhi also. I analyze the results of Jharkhand also. Analyze the results of JNK also. I analyze the of all phases of 7 phases of this Lok Sabha also. When I find these discrepancies have a pattern. Now, in statistical analysis, we say if you find a pattern, it is not a natural error. It is not a human error. Because a human error never occurs in
You
patterns.
found this pattern in all these states you have named,
Yes,
Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Haryana, and
yes,
they're adopting the same pattern. So, which
yes,
means, from what you're saying, it's very clear that BJP has adopted, or rather, BJP in connivance with the Election Commission has adopted this model to rig the elections, and it almost looks like a universal pattern being adopted in all the states.
yes. Definitely. Now, 2, 3 lines because I don't want to lengthen it by details. 2, 3 things. Wherever they have increased the hike the votes, I will come to know what is the role of this epic in that, whatever I'm saying. Wherever they have been able to hike the votes, or they have hiked, able or knowingly or unknowingly, by omission or by commission, the results are in favor of BJP. Wherever they have not done it, they are against the NDA or BJP. In UP, there are 7 phases. In 2 phases, they did it, where they got 10 seats out of 16. In next 5 phases, they did not do it. Reasons are best known now, Jogi and all that issue. They could get only 26 seats out of 64. In Andhra, they did it. They got 21 seats out of 25. And the rigging, the rise was more than 12%, 12.5 or 8. In Odisha, they did it. Odisha Assembly as well as 12.53, something like that. And they got all the seats, 20 out of 21, 20 seats. See, Patnaik was had to boost. So here we see Naveen Patnaik lost even the assembly. In Tamil Nadu, they did it, and their vote share from 6% went up to 12.53%. In Chandigarh, they did it. The margin of loss, winning margin of Mr. Tiwari came down to 2,500 only because they increased 5 point something 69%. The Chandigarh type of area where there are only 5 lakh votes, 4.5 lakh votes, this cannot happen. So this is happening in assembly. This is happening in all assemblies I am seeing. Wherever they have not done it, second point there I see.
But if this is the universal question, allow me to interrupt you, Dr. Garg,
Yes.
but look at the Lok Sabha elections. And I want to talk specifically about UP, where BJP did not do well in constituencies like Ayodhya, for that matter. And this time BJP had done very badly in UP Lok Sabha elections, during the Lok Sabha elections. What happened there? That time, weren't they aware of this epic scam? Couldn't they do this epic scam during the Lok Sabha elections? What happened there when BJP seats came down?
They knew it about this scam. I am telling you, they could not do it. They did it in the first 2 phases. Out of 16 seats, which were contested by 8 each, in the first 2 phases, they got 10. I'm not talking about one individual states. In the next 5 phases, they could not hike the votes. This epic scam is used for hiking the votes. They could not hike the votes from 0.1%, maximum was 0.34. Even in 0.5% they could not hike. So they lost. Wherever they hiked by 12%, by 7%, by 8%, they got. Now how do they hike? How does this epic scam help them? Now the voters from, say, Assam or, say, Uttarakhand have been transported into UP, epic number and all that in the voter list by this type of scam. Now the UP, the Uttarakhand voter or the Himachal voter or Haryana voters are not going to go there and exercise their right to franchise. They are not going to poll the vote. Now the poll percentage shown has increased, and the farmer got recently a senior IAS officer who has been conducting elections. He had given a piece where it is Devashyamji. Some officers told 17A was already signed in the morning. They got the blank paper signed. The whole of the bureaucracy is, I will say, porous now. That way, as far as the impartiality and fairness of the election is concerned. They do the manipulation just by polling. And we have seen, you people in media have shown, a person is saying, even in Delhi, he says, "Hum to ji 4 vote dale." I have posted. And there is a young boy who has the courage to take a clip, photograph on his mobile. How is it allowed? Even the cameraman who is supposed to record the polling is not allowed in the polling booth. No photograph can be taken of the polling booth. unless until there is a dispute and all that. But he is taking, who is allowing him? Second, the machine is to be activated every time. If I cast my vote, second vote when come, the PO, presiding officer, will activate the machine. Now, how has it been activated time and again? He's casting 4, 5, 6 votes. So everybody is straightway saying now, their people are so bold to say, okay, we are doing it. It is not a scam between the ECI and a few important persons of BJP or NDA. Now it is a scam known to the public and accepted by their BJP. We will win. We will do it. So that part. Now I have another better. A Congress person in the morning in Haryana wrote down, sent messages to his leaders that look here, these are the seats will be won by at this margin. How do they know? Congressperson told because they have settled. Nab Singh Saini settled, everything is settled, we will win 48. We will win comfortable majority, but not the 48 exact number, but around. So they never got 48. Never. Even in the heydays. So this is the issue that these voters' names are transferred. I explained somewhere else also that it is not that they physically move. The issue is how do they do? Because the election commission is depending upon the, you can say, private sector, contracting out the whole thing. Immediately, the parties are also contracted. Now,
Election Commission, Mamata Banerjee, the first day when she made this claim, she did name agencies like Association for Billion Minds,
yes,
India 360,
yes,
and these are agencies which BJP is employing
yes,
for doing this kind of a fraud. So is this
yes.
a reality now? Is this BJP's modus operandi, which is a reality of the times? That there is an epic scam, BJP is outsourcing this work to the agencies like Association for Billion Minds and India 360?
I will try to explain. It is not that way, 2 and 2, 4. I will explain it a bit. Say I am to conduct an examination for 10 lakh students. I will get some paper, I will get it printed. Now, what do these scamsters will do? It is not that I am mixed up. Maybe I am not even mixed up. I hire a press. Okay, you print these papers for me with confidentiality and all that. They also go there. They also do it for something else. And there they mix up. So it is not that the ECI will tell them, hey, you hire this agency because we are hiring. It is not so. This blatant when this thing goes in India, India will collapse straight away. India will not stay then. We have still chance in it. The ECI, because it is a lot of work and ECI is unnecessarily increasing its work by phasing out, by doing this and that, all these things which are not permissible in a fair and transparent election. How does it? If I could ensure that my people will not know what is the result even 2 minutes before the declaration of the result, so come that the which constituency will go to polls on which day, the BJP already knows. It means there is some link. We always draw conclusions. We cannot see that I am staying there, I am seeing their data, I have seen them doing conversation. No. This itself proves that if the BJP is the phasing of the elections. No. First I told you the numbers. Second, I tell you the phasing of the elections. The phasing of the elections is suitable to BJP. The ECI is unable to explain it. Now, 26 seats in Gujarat, BJP goes, the election commission goes in one day. 48 seats in Tamil Nadu, ECI goes in one day. And somewhere 14 seats in Jharkhand, ECI goes in 3 phases, 2 phases. And in Assam, it goes into 4, 5 phases. In Odisha, it goes into 4, 5 phases. How is it possible? In Rajasthan, 26, you go in 2 phases. So there are certain unexplained things. If you have the distance or the, you can say, the number of voters or the manpower or the security, whatever you see, or the weather even. So the phasing of the elections, whether it is assembly election or it is the Lok Sabha election, is unexplainable by any dint of imagination, by
Right.
practicability, by statistical.
The breaking news, Dr. Garg, coming in now is that the Parliament session, the second half of the budget session resumes
Yeah,
from Monday, coming
yeah.
Monday, and Mamta Banerjee, in fact, Trinamool Congress is going to activate multiple channels to raise the electoral roll malpractice on the floor of both houses of Parliament, which is going to reconvene from Monday. And I'm told that they've already submitted notices to the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha Secretariat for calling attention motion, short term discussions, and other tools available to the lawmakers to draw the government's attention on the issue this country faces. So, will this now become a major issue? Now that Trinamool Congress is taking up this issue on the floor of the House, I don't know how much the government would agree to have a discussion or a calling attention motion on it, but now this looks like a big issue.
Needuji, throughout my life, I have seen this call attention motion has been a very important issue. And whenever there is an issue, they used to discuss today. Now I don't know whether Om Birla ji or Dhankar ji will allow them to, how much do they allow, to what extent do they allow, but they do allow. When you say that you don't talk about the ECI, and the person saying, I am not talking about my, sir, I am not talking about the ECI, I am talking about the voter list scam. But he said, no, it is against the ECI. Then who will speak against this scam? If I say, look here, these names have been deleted. Whoever deleted it is not my concern. The parliament is because it's the law of the parliament. The ECI itself, the constitution is under the parliament, not under the ECI. That way. Second, I will say another part. I am happy that Trinamool Congress is doing. If they do it with all India bloc and all whole opposition, you can say join hands. Then maybe as they did it in Lok Sabha election, maybe the government will have to, the ruling party, I will not say the government, the treasury benches will have to come on the back foot. Now I show you another doubt. Why do somebody can say, what right I have to express doubts on as high in office as Election Commission of India? Just on trivials, just on my far-fetched ideas, just on my fantasies, I cannot do it, and I should not do it. Not only not to talk of can as an Indian citizen, I should not do it because it is a question of faith of the I will say 1,450 million people in the fairness of our election system and in the fairness of the government. But right, I have to shatter their faith. But if it is happening, if I have the documents about it, if the election commission is not sticking to the practices which it itself has laid, it has not been laid by me, itself has laid, or the law of the land has laid it, and it is not doing it. It means then there will be, has to be a doubt. How can I agree that anybody sitting in the ECI chair is a apostle? He is God? No, he is a human being, and he is subject to all temptations, all threats, everything. He is a human being. You are is human. So I see there are no when they say we will, you can get the voters' name deleted. I can get the voters' name deleted, any number of voters' names from the others. Now, there one is, they say give your applicant number if you are a objector. If I am a objector, I give my applicant number. In the notification of the registration of electors, there is a law. Registration of electors ruled 1960. In those rules, it is very clearly written that and the form is there. I will show you the form also. That the objector has to give his own address, father's name, along with the applicant number, along with everything, has to give all this data before he starts objecting. And when he objects to it, by giving this data, is also that he declares, gives an affidavit that whatever information I have given is correct. These are the papers on which I rely to substantiate my claim. Now, this is the form. Now, ECI has come out. This is the original form I am showing. In this original form, it is written here, details of the objector. One can see, our viewers can see, details of the objector. Now, the ECI has removed these details. There is no amendment. I have not seen anywhere. Second, ECI itself has said, I will show you, that whenever there is a objection, the objector issues a letter. This is the ECI letter, 23. 11th August 23. These are the instructions of the ECI. Now, the instruction says no vote can be deleted without an application on form number 7. It says that a notice has to be issued to the concerned person. And the receipt of that notice having been received by the concerned person should have reached the ECI. And if the concerned person still does not respond, whether his or her name should be deleted or not, then the official of the election commission, after 15 days, waiting for 15 days, they will go there and report. After that report, a 1 week time will be given, gap will be given, cooling period will be given. After that, the name will be removed. This is the instruction of the ECI. Now, recently, ECI has come out with a new explanation, with a new instruction. ECI says there is no need of giving the address. Instructions have been issued which are contrary to this. Now, my question is, if the ECI is fair enough, which I believe should be, it is not. I say no. I say it is not. It should be. And why do I say? I have already told that I have been doing all these things in my life. I know if I am explainable to the people. I am not a god. These are the instructions. This is half.
You've shown all these forms, where the problem is and what the election commission has been doing. So my final question now to you is that it's not only about the political parties, but it's also about the citizens as to what is really happening to their vote. Is their name being misused? Is their vote being misused? Now, there are lots of questions to this. So how do, supposing if I'm a voter here in Delhi and my name is being used in Bengal, then don't I have the right to approach the election commission and ask them that, look, boss, why are you misusing my name as a voter for the elections in West Bengal? So what do we do? Do we look for Form 9? Do we look for Form 10? Do we look for Form 11? Do we ask for those details from the election commission? Are all the political parties also supposed to do the same?
Yes, I will come to that. One is, that is why I was coming to that. It's good that you have put this question straight away so that we save time. Issue is that everything, the hearing has been given, the notice has been issued, and everything has been done for registration as well as for deletion. There is a form 9 and 10. Now, the 9 and 10 forms show it. These are the forms. This is 10. This is 9. One is that if your name is, say, registered somewhere else also, you have a right to ask the ECI and the RTI to tell me whether my name has been interpolated, extrapolated, anywhere else or not. Tell me. ECI is duty bound to shove in the data and tell you, ensure you that no, look here, your name is here in this constituency only. This one, you have a right. Every citizen, every voter has a right. 2, when they do it, in bulk, you have a right, I have a right, everybody has a right to ask them, okay, give us the copies. Actually, it is their duty to put it on the website. Okay, look here, these are the form 9 and 10. These show how many voters have been registered? Who has asked
So,
them to be registered? Whether the
which means that election commission deliberately has not been putting out this electoral voter list in the public domain, which by rule they should have.
not the electoral voter list, they do put the forms on the basis
Forms.
of which in which the details are given, that
Right.
he was given time and all that. They are not putting it. Not only.
So, Dr. Garg, it's just a little doubt. That's why I'm interrupting you. So, they should be
Yeah.
putting up these forms 9, 10, and 11 on the website, on the public
Yes.
domain, so that people can see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if the form number 10 is there on the website, I will know that my name has been deleted. Because their name has to be written, the interview has been to be written, the questions are asked, everything, who visited at what time. This is detail. They don't do it. Not only that, they don't put it. We can say it is omission. It is by commission, not by omission. Because whenever people ask it, they refuse it. They object to it. Even in the court for Sara C, 17C and 17A, what statements did they make? So it means it is a commission, it is not the omission. Had it been a omission, we could have said it is a human error, maybe it is a bulk, still it is a human error. But now when they resist it, it means they are conniving with the other party, the beneficiary at least, and they are against the loser. Loser does not mean in election, the loser means if I have a vote, my vote had been deleted, I am a loser as an elector because my name has been. So these are the issues where your second question is that I have a right to ask them, okay, give me form number 8, 9, 7 even. 7, 8, 9, 10. Even 6 if somebody has been added. So I have a right to ask. Okay, give me the copies of the form. I will make the payment under RTI Act and they are to be given. Next I can do. What can I do? To my mind, I am not a legal expert. But to my mind, as a principle of natural justice, because I have been following many court cases, filing reply, signing affidavits in the honorable high courts and the Supreme Court of India. So that is why I know some bit of procedure and all that. To my mind, every Indian citizen has a right to sue the ECI. If the ECI interpolates or extrapolates his or her name to some other state, because ECI is not supposed to do. Tomorrow they will do it with my property.
You are right that every citizen has a right to approach the court and sue the election commission. But how sensitive will the courts be? And that's going to be my last question to you. That now, as the time come, Dr. Garg, that the courts have to be sensitive to this issue, that there is something miserably wrong with the election commission. It's just not that you and me are talking out of our hats. There is a scam which is going on. We call it an epic scam. It's becoming a universal pattern. And if you and me can shout from the roof to say that this is what is happening to the electoral democracy in the country, why are the courts so insensitive? Why have the courts closed their eyes towards this?
Being a medical student, I can understand the psyche. It takes time. We call it in science, we call it the critical mass. Even in the nuclear reactor, till the critical mass is there, the reaction will not occur. Though some Krishna.
The court hasn't
Similarly
reached the
here,
critical mass yet.
Yes, because even in the appointment issue of appointment of this ECI Ganesh, the court didn't bother that way. The whole procedure, 18th, 19th, okay, we will do. Then next day, this is one. Two, when 17C and when the EVM issue was raised, the court itself says that you believe in the fairness of the election commission. Why do I believe? Election commission is a human being. Why should I believe that he is honest? If the election commission is honest and fair, election commission should come out with clean hands. Should put up the data. Election commission is objecting to every type of data, and still the court wants me to be, you can say, believing in the honesty and fairness of the ECI. Where is it? They are asking me the question rather than asking the ECI. Why have your prestige been so much going down the drain, and people never used to? So, sector ADR. Issue is, we know they did it, lot of work they are doing on this issue. Still they are not listening. If the rather, to my mind, when 2019 ADR said 363 seats, either there was an increase of votes, hike of votes in the EVM as compared to the number told earlier, or there was lesser number of votes, and it was tens of thousands. ECI, the Supreme Court could have taken the suo moto action. There have been that or everything. Similarly, on EVMs, 20 lakh EVMs missing, 19 lakh. Because these are the very sensitive issues for our democracy, for our country. The country will not remain one. If these things happen, the land order, last line mein kaha. Just see, because you remain in these whole media, you know you people better. 5 years back, even 5 years earlier, nobody will dare to question the Supreme Court or the ECI as much as they are doing it now.
Absolutely.
They have to think over. They have to think over, not me. They have to think over. You are the highest. These are the two highest institutions of the country. ECI for fair election and Supreme Court for upholding the Constitution. Both of them are under cloud. Everybody now is standing and saying, oh, CGI has done this, ECI has done it. Why are the people doing it? People are not mad. People are not, all people are not bad. All people are not with political parties. I'm not with a political party. You are not with a political party. But we are concerned about our country. Rather, it is a good thing that the people who are not even connected with any political party are not concerned who wins or who loses, are concerned with the fairness of the system. So those people should be listened to.
Absolutely. In fact, instead of attributing motives, I hope that the Election Commission and the Supreme Court, they rise to the occasion. They look worried about the democracy which is slipping out of the hands. And that's what everybody's concern is. So you've explained it very well, Dr. Garg, on this particular episode about the epic scam, how it can be dealt with, what the citizens and the political parties should do. I think it's quite a revealing episode on HW, and I would request the viewers to make this video viral, spread it as much as you can so that more and more people can hear Dr. Garg on this particular issue of the epic scam. And we'll have to wait and watch how this issue unfolds in the parliament, because Trinamool Congress has said that they've already given notices to the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. They want a calling attention motion, a discussion on this issue. So I'm sure the tempers would be high on this particular issue. Thank you so much, Dr. Garg, for joining on HW. Thank you.
Thank you.